Hi everyone! So today's video is going to be based on this comment that I got on this other video, and it's about my fashion style predictions of this upcoming year. And I liked the idea of this video, so here it is. I want to give a disclaimer that this is based on what I see on the internet, based on my own style, based on my own likings, because it's normal that you pay more attention to those things than trends and styles that you're not really into, of course. So I just wanted to say that already up front, but I'm so close to the camera. Let's go a bit to the back. So I wanted to dissect it a little bit in the way of seeing it in the bigger picture and also the smaller details. So in the bigger picture, I feel like it's going to be more based on an everyday wear. And what I mean by that is, last year we could see that everybody was experimenting a whole ton, and I love that. I love to see it. It wore a lot of new silhouettes, really asymmetrical, but of the way that is it wearable, a lot of the times it really wasn't that wearable on a day-to-day basis, if that makes sense. And I feel like this year it's gonna be more we can wear this every day, you know? So for example, it's still gonna be asymmetrical, but it's based on more fitted, structured clothing, more dressed up, casual but dressed, if that makes sense. So you look put together, yet you're still comfy. I feel like it's going more in that kind of direction. What I've also noticed is that the hyper feminine look is going to be, I feel like it's gonna be spiking this summer. So those are the styles in the bigger picture that I think will be very in. So I'm going to talk about the smaller details now. So to start off with, for jewelry, I feel like these kind of necklaces that are just one big charm or an amulet are gonna be really trending. As you can see, I'm wearing two. But I've just seen this a lot in every style. So in the minimal styles, in the Y2K girlies, in the desert distressed girlies, the more tech wear peeps is what I'm trying to say, just in the everyday looks. What I would say, in my personal opinion, to elevate this, because this is a trend that can go really fast out of style, but it can stay a really long while in style as well. It just depends on the necklace that you choose. What I mean by that is, for example, the very trending big heart bubble charm necklace thingy. I feel like that's gonna be really fast out of trend. I'm sorry, but it's just, I don't want to say too basic, but just too also not tacky, but too predictable, if that makes sense. So what I would do, if you want to go in this trend and you want to invest in pieces that you can keep on wearing for years, because that's more what I like to do, is search for special shapes, search for amulets, vintage charms that you can put on a thread yourself, things like that, because those are more eye catchers, and a lot of the times they are still in trend in following seasons, if that makes sense, because they're so special. Dig in your parents' little or grandparents' closet, look if they have some amulets. Probably do, since I've just noticed that a lot of older women wear big amulets, so it looks classy if you wear it just the right way, Then another detail that I've seen, and I think especially for spring and summer this year, is going to be big are like bows and ties and ribbons. So like ribbons ending on your braids, just in your hair, like braiding it in like braids, tying ribbons around your neck and stuff like that. Also like flower details, so like a little ribbon with like a flower on it and stuff like that. I've seen a lot of those things as well, like subtle, you know? And I love that these are subtle details, yet they finish or like refine your outfit, since you can be wearing a just plain basic outfit, but if you add like a little flower or a little ribbon in your hair, it just elevates your look. Yeah, you don't need a lot for it, you know? Something else that is also like accessory wise is belts. So like very big belts with metal details on them to wear on your hips. Structured belts in the sense of I don't know how to explain this, like even multifunctional belts that look like pockets or something like that. A lot of like belts that you have to tie with, again, strings, stuff like that, I think are going to be really in. Basically a really raw look, so raw elements, leather, cotton, muted tones, but that's every year for me, muted tones. But just more, I don't know how to explain, it's like back to the basics. So like just a good basic fundamental with adding a lot of accessories on top. And like with a lot of accessories, I mean like building up your outfit really. So something else that I've been seeing more of is very sheer materials. So more sheer cottons, mesh, and in the way of like layering them. So you add mesh as your base and then you add it up with other layers. So I feel like we're just also in this time that it is okay to show a little bit more of skin and like a see-through version, if that makes sense. So yeah, I think a lot of mesh to layer up with, or like just see-through in general. What I also think is going to be a little bit of a shift is back with that more classic style. Last year cargo skirts were like really starting to come up. I feel like they're going to still be in trend this year, but I feel like there's going to be a shift with these long skirts that this year is going to shift more towards like the long plaited skirts, and still cargo skirts, but it's going to be more dressed up and more replaced with the plaited skirts. That's what I think is going to happen. I'm not sure, of course, but that's what I think, since I've just been seeing a lot more clean and structured silhouettes, if that makes sense. A lot of blouses and blazers as well. Also bring like the sporty look into like a more fitted look as well is going to be in, I feel like. Something else, but that's always for me as well, because I like this every year, but I feel like people are starting to appreciate the pointed toe shoes a lot more again. And I like that because with a baggy jeans and then, or like just any trouser and then a pointed shoe under it, makes it more classy, makes it look more put together. Is again a delicate detail. Something else that hasn't really been a trend yet, but is upcoming from last year a bit, is the combination with flats, ballet flats, dainty shoes, things like that, even with cargo pants and other things. And I actually like the combination. First time I saw the combo, I was like, ooh, that's different, but the more you look at it, you like appreciate it more. And this is going back into that feminine. It's like making your tomboy outfits a bit more feminine by adding a ballet flat, for example, yet it's still comfortable to wear and it just looks dainty. So yeah, something else that I've also seen quite more recently, and I really like this, is the crop top was like a really big trend for so long, And it's still going to be in since it just flatters a lot of people, their silhouette. But what I've been seeing as of recently is a lot more long tops that go over your pants again, that are like tight but add that silhouette and go over your pants. So like just more full length tops, and I do like this trend. I think it looks very classy. It's of course very comfortable for everyone. Yet again, it's this thing of like bringing the comfort and classiness in your outfit. So I think this is a really fun trend, and I think it's also a trend that is going to last a long time. So that's for that. Something else that I've noticed, but it's so random, but I think like in spring the difference of lengths are going to be really in like the way of like wearing short skirts and dresses, but then putting like a trench coat on top, so it's like a long coat and then short underneath. I think that's gonna be really in as well. I don't know why I think that. I just think, or maybe I just hope that's gonna be in. That can also be the case. Yeah, something else is like off the shoulder tops or like bandeau tops. I feel like these are really going to be in as well. And I think I had it then for like the details. Another like detail that I think is going to be really in, but it has been in already for quite a while, but this is again for like the more feminine kind of, is more masculine looking shoes or like really big boots with very dainty dresses. I really do like this look. Oh, and the last thing that I want to say, texture wise, what I feel like is going to be really in this year is like, for more springtime, it's going to be more like really light cottons that really flow well on your skin, and it's really comfortable. But then also I've been seeing a lot of jeans again, a lot of leather. So I think if you just combine some like washed off jeans especially, and distressed jeans, if you combine that in your outfits or with a little bit of leather, I feel like it's going to elevate up your look and also be in style. And the fun thing about these kind of textures is it's always going to be like it's always going to be back in trend, so you don't have to throw your things away. You can just keep them aside for when it's gonna be popping again. But yeah, that was my little style prediction. Maybe it was rendered a bit too fast, I don't know. I try to not make my videos too long. But yeah, I hope you guys like this. Let me know if you have other predictions, because I would love to read them. And yeah, I'll see you guys in my next video. And I want to say that I love and appreciate each and every one of you guys. And yeah, bye.